All right, thanks everyone for joining tonight's post-match media availability with Nashville SC head coach BJ Callaghan following the team's match at NYCFC. I'll go ahead and start with questions with Blair in the room.
BJ, how did the big delay impact, or was there any impact from the delay on the game?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, I thought the group handled it well. Collectively, staff, players, I thought we were able to find a good balance between making some corrections and also just kind of killing time because there was a lot of uncertainty as to when we would restart. I think it's, we did have a little bit of a slow start in that second half, but I think it's something we can learn from.
And then just on the start of the game, you guys seemed like you were electric. There was a lot of forward movement, especially with Jacob Schappenberg and running behind. But then right after the goal, it seemed like there was a step back a little bit, and maybe NYCFC controlled the game a little bit more. Was that something they forced you to do, or was that always kind of the plan?
No, I mean, I think after the goal, once it went tie, the intensity of the whole game, I think, ramped up. Their defensive pressure ramped up. And I think for us, we need to have a better response to that. Or higher level and find different solutions to how to break that down.
We'll go to Jacob Shames, and as a reminder, please use the hand raise function if you have a question on Zoom.
Yeah. BJ, what do you think, enabled you guys to have kind of the success you did in finding Jacob, and being able to stretch the defense early in the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was having some close connections in the midfield and Jacob's, commitment to running behind and guys looking for him. So I thought that was a really effective impact on the game with Jacob running, but also with sort of the connections of his teammates.
I guess was there anything you were hoping to maybe see a little bit more of in the second half that maybe you didn't see?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just doing more of that same. I don't think we found as many runs in behind. I don't think we found as many sort of combinations of moving the ball from side to side. Something that we have to continue to grow and learn to get better at, but being able to circulate the ball once we get the opponent from inside, and then really being ruthless in our attacks.
Nick Frazier.
BJ with 3 straight away losses. What attributes to just those results? Is it just heavy legs, or just what could it be?
I mean, listen, I think we sort of try to approach each game the same way, one game at a time. Each game, each circumstance is, I would say, unique. And for us, this was first time for many of us to play on this field, play in the stadium, and so again, I think it's each individual game has its own storyline, and we'll continue to try and get the group freshened up and recovered, and look forward to 2 home games coming up. And I think that we're really looking forward to getting back in front of our fans in Geodis Park.
Go ahead, Nick, if you have another.
I'm okay, thank you.
Great, we'll go to Ben.
Yeah, BJ, you kind of touched on just trying to find more forward passes. It felt like as the game went on, their midfield was able to kind of cut out a lot of those passes in midfield and kind of stop you guys from turning and playing upfield. What do you feel like they did effectively, kind of as the match went on, to limit those chances?
Yeah, I mean, I thought they did a really good job with their, they were able to press high with their front players and really release their center backs into the midfield. And I thought it clogged it up a little bit, and I think they were very strong in the duels tonight. So I thought maybe when we look back at it, there may have been more opportunities to try to get in behind and at least just flip the field position a little bit and sustain some attacks. But again, we'll go through it. We'll look at it, and we'll get ourselves really recovered and refreshed here with the effort to come in on Saturday night in Geodis.
And then I just wanted to ask about Josh Bauer, obviously playing in an unfamiliar position at left back. He's been versatile for you this season already, but what do you make of his performance and kind of stepping up in a different role?
Yeah, I mean, he's selfless is what you make of it, right? He's willing to do anything for the team, willing to put himself out there. I thought, again, in a tough position, but that's where we're at with couple injuries, guys coming back from injury. And so, a lot of credit for just how he went about his business tonight and competed for the whole time.
So we'll go to Blair for the last question.
Yeah, BJ, just lately, the last 3 games, you've given away more goals than usual for this team. You are missing a couple of important players in defense, but other than that, what do you think went wrong in the defensive portion of the game?
Yeah, I think defensively they made it difficult. It was hard for us to get to the wide areas. Both goals kind of come from some combinations in the wide area, and then trying to defend our penalty box. So I think